Hyenas and penises? You are a spy in Nazi owned France. And a little bitching about the Brits. Out there exists an actual hyena named Chucky. She is being taken care of by someone called Dean Schneider. Go look him up on Instagram. Chucky has a penis. She's a female hyena. What are you saying? Dean Schneider is a real person on Instagram. He's a successful entrepreneur who set up a farm in the Serengeti and he's taking care of lions and this hyena called Chucky. Chucky is a female hyena and has a penis because female hyenas have a penis. She is not special.
After a long, tiring day, the last thing I want is to get humped. But he doesn't get subtle. He gets aroused even if I kick him in the nuts. Dr. Love, how do I say no?
Not to worry, Stella. It's a problem for the species. We've found cancer and cured it. We've cured blindness and even nausea. We are men's pharma. Our research saves lives. Now we have the answer to every woman's needs. Sex-free. Just a pill in the morning, and he's never gonna wanna have sex with you again. Live free. Sex-free. Get your free trial at sexfreesleep.com.
Being a spy is not easy. Imagine some cash came to you and instructions of how to make a bomb. This is in war-torn France. Now, you are a spy, so you learn how to make a bomb and you eventually build the bomb and you're ready to put this into the German consulate and you think, let's just have a good breakfast and then get this sorted out. The breakfast was a little bit of soggy ham and that led to a little bit of a digestive episode and you thought you were going to take the bomb and just finish it on the shit pot and well, these are improvised explosive devices, they can pop anytime and it did. That's a bad day on the shit pot. Don't be late. Get your shit insurance today. Shit insurance today. If you see male lions, they look so smug in their photographs. They look so arrogant. There are some really interesting, fascinating aspects of their life that science has not known because there are so few in nature and very few have been studied. As they're studying more, they're coming to terms with a bunch of really fascinating facts. You know, male adult lions will cuddle and rub themselves against each other. They may even simulate sex.
What?
No, they're not homosexuals. That's the way they're born. Lions are also matriarchal, in fact. So it's not the male that's the top of the line, it's the female. So it's a democratic female environment where the females decide which male gets to stay in the pride and be the king of the pride, and the ones that get to mate with them.
I will murder the meat.
Hanging Gardens of Babylon. You've heard of them, right? You've heard of Babylon, you've heard of Hanging Gardens, you've heard of the story that there was this beautiful lush gardens in Babylon. Babylon is the heart of Iraq. It's desert. That Hanging Gardens doesn't quite fit there, doesn't it? There's a good possibility they were the first aquaponic gardens. Now, aquaponics is a very interesting science. So here what you do is you recreate river water conditions by introducing fish into the water. Now, they will pee and they will poo and all their pee-poo has ammonia in it, which is essentially the nitrogen source that the plants need. So you give this nitrogen-rich water to your plants and they are happy. The plants will eat up all the nitrogen, clean up the water, give it back to the fish also. Legend says that they were the first aquaponic gardens and that's why they could do this in the desert, so far away from so-called fertile soil. Motherfucker, 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 motherfucker. Why mother, dude? Sister, daughter, father, brother. Why did motherfucker stick through the ages? Motherfucker is expected to evoke the maximum result. In the sense, if I'm trying to antagonize you or instigate you, calling you motherfucker might logically make sense. But hey, dude, my mom's dead. So, fuck you. Back in the day, there were pleasure houses. The owner of the pleasure houses had many customers. So he had gentlemen who were polite and docile and gentle. And then there were these thugs and ruffians who were rather brute with the women that they were paying for. Now, the establishment, the owner of the establishment, he obviously, I mean, those women are his merchandise, right? So he didn't want abuse on the good stuff. So he would offer only the mothers, all of his so-called prostitutes who had become mothers, those were the ones on offer for the thugs. In due course of time, these thugs started to be called motherfuckers.
सुन 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 मेरे बेटा सुन इस चंपी में बड़े बड़े गुण सुन 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 मेरे बेटा सुन इस चंपी में बड़े बड़े गुण लाख दुखों की एक दवा है क्यों ना आजमाए काहे घबराए
The duck-billed platypus lays eggs and it's called a mammal. There is obviously some debate in the scientific community about the taxonomy of this animal and 3 other species. They are categorized as mammals, but they lay eggs. They are not reptiles, they are not birds. They are mammals. That's because their mothers, the female, they're called monotremes. This breed, the species is called monotreme. The monotremes, the female monotremes will nurse the young with milk. That's the reason why they're called mammals. Now, interestingly, the egg stays inside the female for a couple of days and then she lays them, and in 10 days they hatch. Those little newborn monotremes are called puggles. Puggles, puggles. They're like a larva, in fact like a fetus, and they have quite well developed arms and limbs, so they can crawl around. In fact, they can crawl around much more than a joey, that's a newborn kangaroo. In that sense, they are more mammal than the kangaroo.
Have you ever had a dream that you could do so you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Culture shocker! You know what? We don't win Olympic medals as Indians. Sure, that's not something we are good at. But the earliest known mention of the kiss is in the Vedas. Von Bryant, he's an anthropologist at Texas A&M University, and he's quite a specialist. He in fact claims that Google calls him a Google scholar, and kissing, the kiss, happens to be his subject area of expertise. Lip and tongue kissing are both mentioned in Sumerian poetry. That's earlier than 3,500 years ago. There is mention of kissing across history. There are at least 7 to 8 different types of kissing different parts of the body. Hey, don't get naughty. We're talking about hands and forehead, idiot. And of course, there's the culture and the religious sentiment associated with kissing. Guess what? The first time they showed kissing on screen, this was more than 100 years ago. In 1896, this was a movie. And this was a silent black and white movie. And this was the first time that there was moving imagery showing a man and a woman locking their lips together. No prizes for guessing the name of the movie. That's what they were selling, right? The Kiss.